Everyone is talking about investing in AI, but most people are looking in the wrong place. They are chasing the newest chatbot, the newest AI startup, the newest app. But historically, during the technology booms, the biggest profits don't always come from the apps. During the gold rush, the people who consistently made money weren't the miners. They were the companies selling the picks and the shovels. And AI is no different. To understand where the real opportunities might be, you first need to understand the entire AI stack, because every layer of the stack has companies competing for billions of dollars. AI actually starts somewhere most people never even think about: mining. Before you can build chips, you need the raw materials like silicon, copper, rare earth metals, and ultra pure chemicals. Companies like BHP, Rio Tinto, and Freeport McMoran mine and refine the materials used to build semiconductors and data centers. Now, this layer doesn't always capture the most value, but it shows something important. AI isn't just software, it's a global industrial supply chain. Next, semiconductor fabrication. Factories take silicon wafers and etch billions of transistors onto them. This step is dominated by companies like TSMC, Samsung, and Intel. But there's an even more interesting bottleneck here: the machines used to make advanced chips. There's basically one company that dominates that technology: ASML. ASML builds the extreme ultraviolet lithography machines needed to produce the most advanced chips in the world. Without those machines, modern AI chips literally cannot be manufactured, which makes this layer one of the most important checkpoints in the entire AI industry. Once the manufacturing infrastructure exists, companies design the chips that actually run on AI. This layer is dominated by companies like Nvidia, AMD, Google, Apple, and these chips are optimized for one main task: performing enormous amounts of matrix multiplication over and over and over again, which is essentially what neural networks do. And because modern AI models require massive amounts of computation, AI chips have become one of the most valuable parts of the stack. But compute isn't the only constraint. AI models move massive amounts of data, which means memory bandwidth becomes just as important as compute power. Companies like SK Hynix, Samsung, and Micron produces the highest bandwidth memory used in AI accelerators. And right now, this is one of the fastest growing segments in the semiconductor industry. Once the chips are built, they need somewhere to run. That's where data centers come in. These are massive facilities filled with servers, networking hardware, cooling systems, and power infrastructure. Some of the largest operators include Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud. These companies rent out computing infrastructure used to train and run AI models. And as AI demand grows, so does the demand for compute infrastructure. Training modern AI models requires thousands of GPUs working together, which means that they need extremely fast communication. Companies like Nvidia, Broadcom, and Arista Networks build the networking infrastructure connecting massive AI clusters. Without high-speed networking, AI's training simply doesn't scale. Now we reach one of the most important ingredients in AI: data. AI models learn patterns from massive datasets including text, images, video, code, and audio. Companies like Scale AI help label and organize training datasets. Meanwhile, platforms like Reddit, YouTube, and Wikipedia have become one of the largest sources of training data on the internet. Now, combine three things: data, compute, and machine learning algorithms. This is how large AI models are trained. Companies leading this frontier include Openai, Anthropic, Google DeepMind, and Meta. These labs train foundation models using massive compute clusters. But training these models can cost hundreds of millions of dollars, which means this layer is incredibly capital intensive. Finally, we reached a layer most people see: AI application. Things like ChatGPT, GitHub Copilot, Midjourney, and AI search tools. Companies building these applications include Openai, Microsoft, Google, Adobe, and Notion. This is where users actually interact with the AI. But interestingly, this layer doesn't always capture the most value. So if you zoom out, AI isn't just a chatbot. It's a massive stack of industries, from mining to chip manufacturing to cloud infrastructure to data, to models, to applications. But here's the key idea investors often look for. The companies that control the bottlenecks capture the most value. During the smartphone boom, companies like Apple and Qualcomm captured enormous profits. During the cloud boom, Amazon and Microsoft dominated. And in the AI boom, some of the emerging bottlenecks include advanced semiconductor manufacturing, AI GPUs, high bandwidth memory, large scale compute infrastructure. So, if you're trying to think about where the biggest opportunities in AI might be, don't look at the newest AI app. Look at the bottlenecks in the stack.